Another worthy opponent. Alright. So Shaman. I don't love this matchup, though it's fine. I think this hand I just keep everything. These cards are all pretty good, and they're all pretty good in the matchup. Mad Scientist is not great in the matchup, but I mean, there's like a pretty high floor on how bad this card is. Just like even if they just do something like absurd to like get rid of it, and you only get like a 1/1 out of it or something, like sure, but like they had to deal with it. And all right, so this thing. So I think I want to play this just because it's better against Rockbiter, and I'm not curving this into anything anyway. I mean, I guess I could theoretically curve this into Pilot Shredder, but it's like it's not like that much better than what's happening here. And just getting this out early, making it so that you're less likely to draw your mirror entities. That's all good. And yeah, so this is fine. Like if this happened to my Mech Warper, I'd be very sad. If this happening to that thing is, I don't care that much. I think this is better than pinging. I guess I can actually Mech Warper a Noatron, which is certainly better than pinging. So and if he has like a silence or something for this, and then he kills this, that's moderately annoying, but fine. That's still probably the majority of his turn. And yeah, like pinging here is obviously way safer. Like guarantees that you have a card, but you can't really afford to just fall behind like that. And I think that he was planning on trying to like just get rid of this mirror entity here, because this is like one of the best turns to do it, when he doesn't really have anything great to do with his mana anyway. And whereas like next turn he probably wants to play like a Pilot Shredder or something. So this turn, like I assume he wants to play like a Haunted Creeper or like something terrible. But like this board makes it like kind of punishes him for trying to do that. Okay, so he gets to clear my Mech Warper, which is fine. Doesn't even get to do that. What is this? It's gonna Rockbiter this too? No, Lava Shock. Okay. Alright. You got me. Alright, so now, yeah, I'm just gonna kill his Flame Tongue and play a Pilot Shredder. And this is like okay for me. So now he's like really strongly incentivized to trade, which is fine for me. And then, I mean, it's kind of miserable that I have both of these 7-drops in my hand, so I need to draw something pretty good. He's hexing this, okay. So that's fine for him. And yeah, again, it's kind of miserable that I just don't have anything real. I don't like have anything to do with my mana on the next turn. Like, oh well. That's good. That's a good draw. All right. Yeah, this is not such a great draw, but it's fine. So next turn, the thing I have to be most afraid of is Fire Elemental. Well, this kind of constrains what I can do anyway. The fact that he's used one of his Flame Tongues so early is a pretty big advantage for me, just because that's probably just the best card in his entire deck. Like these things don't accomplish very much if he doesn't have a Flame Tongue. Alright, so Mad Scientist. It's good. It's nice that I drew both of these before I drew any of the mirror entities. So I have these 7-drops that aren't really accomplishing anything. I think my play. I mean, the thing is, like, is it even worth playing this Cogmaster when it's just gonna die to a Zombie Chow if it dies to a Zombie Chow? Well, I mean, if it does that, then he can't kill my Azure Drake, or it's much harder for him to kill my Azure Drake. And he doesn't know I want to play Doctor Boom next turn, so this is like isn't even in his mind. This is like only like a reasonable exchange, whereas in my mind it's really bad because I actually don't want to play this. I don't actually want to kill this. I don't actually want to ping this on my next turn. But he doesn't know that, so hopefully he doesn't do that. Hopefully he just like trades in for the Drake or something, because this is like pretty threatening, and this is like a 4/4, and this is just a 1/2 possibly right now. It's not really doing that much that's interesting. Defender Vargas. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'm certainly playing Doctor Boom this turn, I think. Yeah, I mean, sure. So I've got a mirror entity right now. Makes it tough for him to play fire elemental. The question is what I want to do with my Azure Drake. I should definitely attack something just to reduce his options a bit, and I think I don't want to attack that because that increases his options. And yeah, so this, the fact that these are trading is not great, but I've got a Dr. Boom, so hopefully that's good. Yeah, I don't like, this isn't even like a great Dr. Boom is kind of the issue, but like it's not, it's like it's still pretty good. Like there's, again, Dr. Boom is a card that there's a pretty low floor on how good it be. Now he's just giving me his, all right, I'm not complaining about that. All right, not very good aim. Alright, so what do I want to do with my turn? I would like to ping this, but just because it means like 7 damage to his face. But I think what I'm going to do is just fireball this, ping this, fight this, and then next turn I have Antonidas Frostbolt or Antonidas Ping, and then just do this to his face, and then, I mean, the Clockwork Gnome's not going to do anything. It might be worth holding this just because I already have a play with Antonidas anyway. I think it probably is, just because then if I draw a Blast Mage, it's good instead of blank. Yeah, because if I didn't have the Frostbolt, my plan was to play this one before I drew the Frostbolt, just so, because having it, obviously I want a spare part with Antonidas, but this is a good enough play with Antonidas that I'm not like super fussed. And yeah, and in that case, just having the cheap mech in my hand is pretty valuable. And yeah, so now he has to figure out what he's going to do with the Dr. Boom that he gave me with Mirror Entity. That's actually quite annoying. Is it? It's probably actually even fine, honestly, to just kill this Antonidas Frostbolt that thing. And now he's used both Alec here and Dr. Boom. I'm at a pretty pretty reasonable life total. It's also used a Hex. It's actually possible I don't even want to Antonidas this turn, and then I can just guarantee myself, yeah, so now that I have this, I'm just gonna Blast Mage him. Obviously this was a great draw too. Yeah, and then just ping this, and now next turn I'm probably gonna have Antonidas, Frostbolt, spare part, and I'm gonna have 2 fireballs, and he's gonna be very dead. Yeah. Alright, yeah. I mean, so it is kind of awkward that I can just leave this in play, right? It is, I was gonna say it was kind of awkward that like I can't actually clear this with the Frostbolt without annoying things happening. I can't actually clear this with the Frostbolt without while playing Antonidas, but it's fine. It doesn't actually, I don't actually need to clear it. I'm just gonna get 2 fireballs and then business him. Alright. This is a nice little winning streak, I guess. Alright.